So in this video, I just want to show everyone how to build a sphere with the MagFormers standard set. This is a 14-piece set of these MagFormers, which are kind of like MagnaTiles, but slightly different. And this 14-piece set comes with these instructions on how to build a sphere using all 14 pieces, but the instructions are really poor. It's this kind of like 3D rendering that is oddly flat and extremely confusing, even for an adult. So I just want to show everyone how to do it in an easier way, since pretty much the coolest thing you could build with this 14-piece set is this sphere. And just to be clear, it's 8 triangles and 8 triangles and 6 squares. And because it's a sphere, it's going to use 7 here and 7 here, 2 symmetrical sides. So basically what you're going to do is get one of your triangles and lay 3 squares around it. This is an easy and symmetrical thing to do, so it makes a lot of sense. Then on each one of those squares, you add a triangle, sort of like you're building, if you were to only look here, like a house, or an arrow, or a propeller, or something like that. Basically, get your triangle in the middle, add your square, add another triangle. Do the same over here, do the same over here. That's 2, 4, 6, 7 pieces. The other side, repeat the exact same process. Triangle, and then essentially your 3 little houses. And at the end, you'll have something that is radially symmetrical. So you get those 2, and essentially we're going to turn those into 2 hemispheres, the 2 halves of the sphere. And now is the sort of part that requires a little bit of dexterity, but kids that are, 4 and up should be okay with it. So basically you want to get this little house here supporting the triangle, pick it up, get this little house here supporting the triangle, pick it up, and join it. The first one is by far the hardest, because now they're sort of supporting themselves. Now lift and join, and it kind of has a tendency to flop, but you can see it's not falling apart. And lift and join. You may need to straighten it out a little bit now, and that's mainly going to come in the form of pushing the magnets down to your tabletop. Set aside that hemisphere, and let's repeat the process. Lift your house, join it, turn, lift and join, and now at the end, just match. Now we have the 2 symmetrical hemispheres. Very nice. And now we can pick it up. And because these are pretty strong magnets, unlike the MagnaTiles, the MagFormers use fairly strong magnets, so we have stable shapes once they're in a configuration like this. So we could pick it up and join it. And now we have, well, as close to a sphere as we're going to get, but more importantly, we have the part that we wanted to build. And this is pretty much the coolest thing you could build with those 14 pieces. And it was in the instructions, but those instructions were really lackluster. So I took some time engineering the best way to do it, or at least in my opinion, the best way to do it. And it'll get you the sphere you want with the least possible frustration. The MagnaTiles, the MagFormers instructions kind of got these 2 halves and laid them out in one big piece. So it's really difficult to work with. Working with the 2 halves, I think, is vastly preferable. So yeah, here's the sphere, and it's actually pretty stable. You could get a good idea of just what the MagFormers can do. And once they're in the sphere configuration, they're actually fairly impressive. So there you go. The last thing, as a testament to the stability, we'll see if we could unjoin the hemispheres. And not so much. Tried that a few times. I never quite got it. But there you go. That's how you build a sphere with the MagFormers.